Hey, what's up, guys? Gangster Jeweler here. So today we're going to be working on a. We have a set of rings here, but they're not really. We don't really need to do anything with this. We're going to polish it because when we polish this, it's going to look funny if this one ain't polished. But this is the one we're mainly going to be working on. So what we got is, I don't know if you guys can see. Let me zoom you guys in here. Is we got, see, this prong right here is gone. It's broke off. And then these other three are there, but they're getting like paper thin. So we're going to rebuild those as well. But mainly this one here for sure. We're going to do all four. But then we have this one that's just completely missing altogether there. But that's what we're going to be working on today. So what we're going to go ahead and do is let's flip our arm around there. And I think we're going to grab it. I think we're going to grab it there and turn it like that. Let's see, let's try to go ahead and let's see, which one's the broke off one? That's the broke off one. Let's go ahead and try to work on that one first. Here. Now this is a diamond, so we're not worried about heat to the stone. Now if this was a CZ or a gemstone of some type, we would have to pull the diamond or pull the stone out, build the prongs, and then reset it. But this is a diamond, so we don't have to pull the stone out. We're not worried about the heat to it. We are going to be using a 4 tip for this on our torch. Okay. And let's go ahead and light her up. Set her on fire. There we go. Now, being that the stone, normally I don't use flux when I'm putting prongs on, especially if the stone is loose in there, because the flux will cause the stone to move and bubble up. But being that this stone is already secure, we're probably going to go ahead and use flux on it. Just because the stone is secure in there. So let's go ahead and put us just a little bit of flux on there. Now if the stone is not secure in there and I'm building prongs, I won't use flux at all, because flux will bubble up and cause the stone that I set in there to move out of its seat there. So that's just something to keep in mind. So what we need to do is go ahead and cut us a piece of, this is a white gold, so we're going to be using white gold solder, obviously. You always want to make sure you're using the right color for the right job. Okay. Now let's see. Let me grab my solder here first. Let's go ahead and heat this up. Let some of that flux burn off. You can see that flux burning off there. See, now if that stone wasn't secure in there, that stone would have bubbled upward, and then we'd have to stop and reseat it again. All right, we need to build a little bit more on there. So let me grab a little bit more solder here. Grab our solder. Okay, yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that one there. That one looks good. Alright, now we just got to work on these other three. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do some shifting around here a little bit. Now I don't think I'm going to put flux on these other ones because we're not really, the prong is still there, barely, but it's there. So we're probably not going to use flux for the other three here. Let me go ahead and grab our solder here. Alrighty. Need to crank our torch up just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. And it looks like it went pretty well. Yep, sure did. Alright. This might go nice and smooth for us, guys. That would be great. Alright, let's go ahead and flip this over now. Let me find some tweezers here. Because we definitely don't want to touch that thing while it's scalding hot, for sure. And let's turn this thing around to the other side there. And we got 2 of the 4 prongs on there. Oh, come on. Come on. There, hey. You can do it. Yeah, we do it like that, I guess. See if we can turn this around. Kind of like that. And there we go. That should work. Let's go go ahead and cut us a piece of white gold solder here. Let's go ahead and grab our solder. It'll get on the pick there. And, oh, okay. Thought I dropped it there for a second. I was going to say, no, we dropped solder. We almost did it without dropping solder. Well, that did not go where I wanted it to. Not quite, anyways. Alright, let's grab us another little piece here. Yeah, that definitely did not quite go where I wanted it to. Ah, you bitch. You biatch. This one ain't cooperating with us quite the same. That's alright though. Not a big deal. Let's flip that around. We need to pull this back up a little bit there. Yeah, it kind of went down a little bit, so we're gonna have to do a little more filing on this prong than we do the other ones, because it just there we go. Because it decided to go downward on us for whatever reason. All right. Alright, let's go ahead and work on this last prong here, and then I see another one that we might have to build up a little bit more. But I need to take a look at it not through the camera before I go saying that yeah, we need to. Because looking through the camera sometimes is a little deceiving. All right, that one went well. All right, the only thing we need to do is we do need to kind of probably kind of build these other two up a little bit. A little bit more. The first two that we had done. Nope. Or maybe, hold on, let me look at this. There's only one we really need to build up a little more. It's going to be this one right here. So let's go ahead and cut some solder. There's one prong there that's looking a little more puny compared to the rest of them. And if you're building them, you want to make sure you build them the same, because if not, they're going to look a little weird. If you got some that got more meat on them than others. Let me look at that. That looks pretty good, I think. Let me look at it. I need to be able to look at it without looking through the camera there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks ugly right now, but we still got a lot of filing and stuff we got to do. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys back out here. Now, being those are diamonds, we could drop this in water, go ahead and cool it off, but I'm just going to err on the side of caution with this one. So let's let that sit there for a minute. Yeah, this one prong we're definitely going to have to file back. It's got quite a bit of meat on it. And this one's got a lot of meat on it. That's okay. When we get done, they'll look a lot better. Alright, that's cooled off now. So yeah, you can see we got one that's got a lot of meat right here on the top there. Then we got one that's got a little bit too much meat on the back side. But we'll get that taken care of right now. Right, now let's work on this other one here. You see those two are starting to come into shape a little better there. Now we need to work on these. This big boy over here that we got going on there. That's the one where the solder went down a little bit on us. Nothing super crazy, you know, but it just made it a little more that we got a file down there. I'm hoping at some point I'll be able to get out of my driveway today, because they're repaving our road, and today they're repaving the side that I'm on, and they're working right in front of the house. So I'm hoping they're not like, oh, you can't leave today, you gotta wait for the tar to dry or whatever, you know. I don't know how that usually works. Okay, let's take a look at this other one here. There we go, looking a lot better. Got some real prongs on there now. And the one that was missing's on there. Yeah. Looks good, guys. Only thing is I do want to grab a metal file really quick here. Grab a metal file and kind of file this one prong right there back a little bit. Let's see, do I got another file here? Nope. Kind of file that one down just a little bit. It's sticking a little too far over the stone. There we go, that looks better. We need to file this other one down a little bit more here. This one right there. Okay, let's see, I need some pliers here. Now, isn't that interesting? So you see the stone in there? Some reason it's not quite sitting in the setting the way it should be. There we go. It's starting to look a little better there. Starting to look a little bit straighter there. But I really just don't know why it even did that to begin with, but it did, you know. It did. But not a big deal. We'll get it straight. It's just not really sure why it even did that to begin with. If you know what I mean. There we go. It's starting to look better now. Alright, let's file these prongs down a little more now. Alright, let's straighten this out a little more. Alright, that looks good. Yep, that looks good. Alright, let's do a little more filing, guys. And then we can go polish this sucker up. Alright, I don't think we want to do any more yeah, we're not going to do any more filing because we got to polish still. So I'm going to go drop this in the ultrasound, guys. And polish her up, and then we'll be back with the finished product, guys. I'll be right back in just a second. Alright guys, we're back with those rings. So you see we got a nice clean and polished. Let me zoom you guys in here. We got 4 new prongs on there. Hell of a lot better than the ones that were on there for sure. You got a nice clean and polished. Got it looking good, man. And that stone is secure in there now. So, at any rate, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me show you the other ring as well, because there was another ring that goes with it. It's a set, but we got it polished too, so it doesn't look funny, like, because it looked funny having one polished and one not polished, you know what I mean? But at any rate, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. This is a Gangsta Jeweler. If you would like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. If you'd like to leave a tip or donation, a link for that will be down in the description. Although it's not required, just helps the channel grow, show some love. Also, if you'd like to check out my Kick Reaction live stream, more like a reaction channel, I'll have the link for that down in the description. And then also my Twitch reaction live stream, I'll have that in the description as well. Also, if you'd like for me to do your repairs, you can visit my Etsy shop, which I'll have that link down in the description. If you're in the Jacksonville area, I highly recommend Money Miser on Blanding Boulevard for your jewelry. And if not, if you're out of state, you're doing it online, I highly recommend Stellar Jewelry, which I'll have the link for that down in the description. I think that about, oh, and then also my other YouTube channel, which I'll have the link for that down in the description as well, which is pretty much where all my live stream reactions go. But at any rate, guys, this is the Gangsta Jeweler. I appreciate you guys tuning in. This was a fairly complicated repair. For somebody who's just starting out, it'd probably take you a lot longer. I remember back in the day trying to build prongs, I was having a hell of a time with them, you know. But it's like anything else. The more you do it, the better you get, and the quicker you get. But take your time. Don't be in a rush. It's not a sprint. It's definitely a marathon. There's going to be, I can show you these videos. I can show you how to do things. You're going to find you like to do things a little bit different. The general principle is going to be the same, but you're going to find that you're going to do things a little different. Not every jeweler I know does everything exactly the same way. Everybody's got their own little got their own little twist to certain things, but the general principle is going to be the same. But this is the Gangster Driller, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Special shout out to Alex and some of my and all my other loyal subscribers. I like all my subscribers, but Alex is one of the very first ones, one of the very early ones. And I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you on the next one, guys. Take care, y'all.